Good evening, you guys. This is Nawaz Modi Singhania of the Body Art Fitness Centers going live with you again in the place where it's all to do with fitness, with wellness, with maintaining good health, most important these days, and that all results in beauty. Because, as you know, what's happening on the inside as a very definitive way of showing up on the outside. So on the beauty bit, this is actually where I crossed paths first with Alessandro Calvio. I am very excited about having him in with us today. Firstly, hello to all our myriad of guests. It's so wonderful to see you. I've had a 2-week break because of the big book launch I was hosting last weekend, which a lot of you were privy to. And the week before, where we had Ganesh Chaturthi of sorts happening. So great to be back after 2 weeks. Hi everyone, so lovely to see you. John, Rohit, Hamor, Himanshu, I'm seeing all you guys, fabulous. So we have been in lockdown, as you know, and we have not had any beauty parlors, as you know. It is a very high risk activity, great risk of COVID transmission. And therefore, we've all been managing the best we can, giving ourselves, our loved ones, bad haircuts at best, or then growing our hair out. So I want to introduce you to Alessandro, who's really the most fabulous hairstylist that I have ever come across. So before he comes in, I have to say something funny. The American actress Joan Crawford famously said, "I think that the most important thing that a woman can have, next to talent, of course, is her hairdresser." And on that note, we have Alessandro coming in. The last time I met him was 7 months ago in February, just prior to the lockdown, right? He was here from London, where he otherwise is based, but works out of here as well. And that's when I got my last haircut with him. He typically says that, you know what, you should do this every 3 months, not more, not the usual month and a half, which most hairstylists recommend. Because of the type of haircut he gives, it's a very different, he'll be able to tell you better about than I will. And though it's been more than double that amount of time, it's been 7 months now, I have to tell you, it's such a fabulous haircut that I still don't feel the need for any change. I mean, you can see a bit of it in my mirror reflection behind me as well, so you know what it looks like at the back. So pleased with it. So I have to get him in, and I want to tell you a little bit more about him as well thereafter. So Alessandro comes to us from London right now, and he is an Italian artistic consultant. Hey Alessandro, how are you doing?
Very well,
turn your device around so we can see you straight up.
Yeah. Can you see better?
Turn your device the other way so we can see you vertically. Yeah.
Sorry.
Fabulous. Okay, it's so good to see you. How is London treating you?
Very well, thank you, Nawaz. Thank you for
fabulous
having me today.
No, it's our pleasure, really. We need you on an SOS basis. Okay, so I was introducing you to our viewers. We have tons of people very interested in this topic. Hey Anurag, hey Hamod, hey Saurabh, hey everyone. All right, so Italian artistic consultant and international hairdresser Alessandro Calvio has been in the hair and beauty sector for decades now. Mm-hmm. He started his profession training at the age of 16, and at the age of 21, he moved to Milan, then to Berlin and Barcelona to further develop and master his hair skills, which are ample, you'll see. In 2005, he joined the Rosano Ferretti brand, where he worked as an art director and international educator for 11 years while traveling around the world. From 2016 to 2019, he worked as an artistic consultant at Daniel Galvin, that brand. And in March 2019, he joined the Matthew Alexander brand as an artistic consultant. I so think he's a brand all in himself, and he has to do that soon, but that's another topic for another day. So he was ranked as one of the best cuts for the UK in the Tatler Hair Guide, August 2016 and also 2013, published in the Global A-List of Hairdressers of Net-a-Porter magazine, and recommended by Vogue's UK Diary as one of the best haircuts and hairstyles in the city. So Alessandro first mastered and then shaped a very special, unique hair cutting technique, and that is his USP, which follows the natural hair loss and pattern of hair growth. Yeah. The unique style which reveals the elegance of natural hair and thus the true beauty of every customer, very individualistic. He's very passionate about his work, you will find out, and you will see that in every end product. I'm one of his end products, by the way. So you know that. Okay, so I first want to tell you that in his repertoire of the who's who of India and abroad, he has hairstyled many great internationally and locally. So this includes on the international scene first, Jade Jagger, Bianca Jagger, Charlie Chaplin's granddaughter and actress Carmen Chaplin, the singer Brian Ferry, Pippa Middleton, which needs no introduction, Carol Middleton, the Princess of Qatar, and Princess Tarantini Gabriella of Tuscany. He often travels to Mumbai, India, where he is highly sought after. Otherwise, he's based in London, but he's often here in Mumbai, where he's highly sought after by the famous Bollywood stars, such as Jacqueline Fernandez, Juhi Chawla, Janelia D'Souza, and celebrities and heads of large industrial houses and the elite of Indian society, such as Natasha Poonawalla, Michelle Poonawalla, the Piramals, the Dubashes, Komal Wazir Shahabriya, Isha Ambani, Harsh Goenka, Veer Sanghvi, M.F. Hussein's daughter, Raisa, and Lakshmi Mittal's wife, Usha, and the list goes on, and I won't bore you with it. So now that you have an introduction to Alessandro, back to why we're here to talk to him. So Alessandro, you know that in Mumbai, in Bombay, Maharashtra, we have been in continuous lockdown. It has not opened up, or barely for a few hours before it shut down again, ever since March. We are in the throes of the pandemic. In many of them say phase 3, as bad as it's going to be. And from March to September, it's been 7 months. And the burning question is, if we don't want to put our life and limb at risk, and we want to be socially responsible and not put life and limb at risk for even our hairdressers, how can we manage to give ourselves a hair trim at home, or maybe our loved ones, how can they manage to give us a hair trim? How can we manage to give them a hair trim? Is it at all possible? I mean, I can't ask you to teach me French in a single sentence, I know, but is it at all possible? Do you guide people through?
Yes, thank you, Navas, once again for your introduction. Yes, everything is possible if we want to, but also we need a guide to that. So I can guide you or video. Now it's very easy. FaceTime, WhatsApp, whatever is possible. Yeah, but it's possible because, of course, it will be not the same haircut like if I will cut your hair, but just to trimming the hair. Just to remove the ends, after 6 months or after now 8 months. So it's time to give new energy to the hair, and also just to cut a little bit the ends. The hair will be, again in a nice shape, will be more happy, because especially the last 8 months we are under stress. So there is a lot of, hair
So that
loss.
is lovely to know, yeah, that you can actually guide and help us through on a video call and tell us what to do. And it better not be an Alessandro Calvio cut, because if it were, you'd be replaceable. So no, of course it's going to be
No.
just managing, but that's great to know. I wanted to know, there are many other concerns right now during lockdown. Things like, okay, what about, hey, how do we reverse or prevent graying of the hair, dry hair, oily hair, balding, hair thinning? There is a lot of stress around. What about scalp health, dandruff? Maybe that's too many questions. You can take it a bit at a time. Yeah.
It's a very good question because at the moment, we are under stress. Everybody's stressed out with COVID. But the most important is to check our hair, the health of our hair, through a blood test, because it's very important to understand if there is some deficiency of diet or vitamins, and stress related to hair. It's the first you can see from the hair if you are stressed out or if you are not happy. So hair will tell you the truth. But to see the truth, scientific, we need to check our hair with a blood. Just you need to do a blood test, and then after that you can see exactly what's going on into your hair. So.
Well, first you want to say hello to a lot of other people who are talking to us right now.
Yes.
I'm seeing Raju, Rohan,
Hello.
Preeti, hi, Lali, Adil,
Thank you.
Mara, Milan. I'm seeing David, Naresh. Hi, everybody. I'm so happy to see a lot of guys also be interested in this subject.
Sure.
So, while it's very practical, Alessandro, our situation is that we are not stepping out at all to any clinic or meeting any doctor or any hospital, because the moment you do, there's a very high chance that you pick up on the virus. So if we have to operate a little bit in the blind, because we really cannot afford to expose ourselves that way, our city is that contaminated right now. There is no place that the COVID has not spread. It's community now. Right? So the question then is that if we have to operate in a little bit of a blind space, not knowing too much, what are some of the good things that we can do to make sure that we, try and manage the issues I just mentioned? That's dry hair, oily hair, scalp health, graying.
Yeah, so the first important is if you have oily scalp, you should wash your hair once every 2 days. And also, if you have oily scalp, don't put oil. I know in India it's very common, but you can put oil, but not too much on the scalp. So you can apply oil, coconut oil, but once again, not 1 liter. You can just apply like a leave-in conditioner. You can put for 2 hours, 3 hours. But the most important is don't over apply coconut oil. Especially if you have oily scalp. But if you have dry scalp and dry hair, it's fantastic. But once again, do not put too much, because when you will wash your hair, you need to wash a lot with, you need to put a lot of shampoos, and then again will be your hair dry again. So always you need to balance your quantity with the coconut oil, which is fantastic. And also coconut oil, it's fantastic if you take in the morning with empty stomach, just half a spoon of coconut oil. That will make your hair more shine, more, it's an antibacterial product, coconut oil, which is very good for your health, hair health. So which is great.
So I'm really glad you said that, because I have always felt that though technically, yes, hair oiling is important and coconut hair, oil is important. I've always felt exactly what you've said, that when I try and get it out of my hair, there is so much washing if I want to get it out completely that my hair is drier than what it originally was.
Exactly. Yeah.
Doesn't work for me. So thank you for corroborating that. Yeah.
It's very important. The quantity is very important. So.
Yes, I get that. Okay, thank you. And what about the role of nutrition, good nutrition, of water? Are there good foods for hair? Are there bad foods for hair? What do we do?
Well, it's of course, water is the most important. It's life for us. And also, exercise. I think this is your, your area. So it's very important to give the best, to our body. And once again, if our body is happy, everything is happy. So it's like a quantum, science. So, but vitamins is very important to understand what is our deficiency. Exercise, water, coconut water is very important. In India, it's easy to have that. So these all kind of things are very important, like vitamin D3, the family of B6, B12. It's very important.
B6, B12, yes. I hope you guys are making notes and listening. This video is going to be uploaded onto IGTV, so you get it there as well. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. Especially for in India, because from my experience of because I was in India, I lived there. So I noticed that people with vegetarian, unfortunately, there is some lack of vitamins. Okay, but you can take also from vegetables, so very important. But you need to give more boost to your body, which is very important. Iron is very important for the hair. Iron. Okay. There is another part, ferritin. Ferritin is another part of the family of iron. There is copper as well. The copper in our blood is very important, because that gives you the strength to your hair, and also give you the color, the melanin, pigmentation. So they are very important internal, of course.
This is very useful to know. Yes, thank you. Hi, the rest of you. I'm seeing apps. Hi, Salman. I'm seeing Padam, Parvinder, Ramesh, Jamal, Purohit. So hi, everyone. Vivek. Okay, so we're getting a lot of very valuable information from you. Thank you. What about bad foods? Are there bad foods for the hair?
Yes, of course. If you exceed in smoking, drinking alcohol, especially if you drink alcohol on an empty stomach, it's not good. You should always eat something first, and then you can have, of course, but always the limits. Bad food is wrong, especially junk food is not good. It's very important to eat healthy, especially in the morning. If you can have avocado is
the good fats.
For the hair.
Oh my God, yes.
Like the vegans community, they call superfood. So if you follow that, like avocado, many other stuff, they call superfood that are specific for, especially if you eat in the morning, they are for the hair. Breakfast, it's for the hair. So also if you eat fruits, if you eat anything, nuts, this kind of stuff are very important, because they contain oils, they contain a lot of factors amazing for our body, specific for the hair and for the skin as well.
Super, thank you. Leading question for you: what is the role of exercise for the hair?
Exercise for the hair, first, massage, which means when you shampoo your hair, you need to think that your hair is like a cashmere. You can't treat your hair like a piece of something. So you
So right, and you stimulate it carefully,
yes, especially
gently.
the scalp. You need to massage the scalp only.
Right.
Do not wash the hair, because you don't need to wash the hair, because automatically when you will rinse your hair to remove the shampoo, so automatically that will wash the hair, because anyway so the dirt, the sebum, and things comes in our scalp, not
Right.
into our hair.
Right.
So the most important is massage the scalp and not exceed with the shampoo. So
Right.
it's very important to understand that the shampoo, the quantity of shampoo should be less is more, because if you put too much shampoo, so the shampoo will not wash properly your scalp, because we want to wash our scalp, not our hair.
Okay. Did
And
not
also,
ever know that.
yeah, another point very important. The water should be not too hot for the scalp, especially if you have oily scalp, because you will produce more sebum to protect your scalp. So if you like, I like, basically I like the shower not too hot, not too cold. But yeah, you need to be careful if you have your scalp is oily. So the last rinse should be always cold. I mean, cold, not ice cold, but yeah, because
Room
you need
temperature.
to use, yes.
Right.
So extreme temperature are not good for the scalp, and also like it will dry as well. The heat shouldn't be too close to the scalp as well. So,
right. So what about hair exercises, like, things like this, just kind of stimulating,
yes,
or tapping, things like that?
Yes.
Does that help?
Of course, massage, very important to massage your hair to give the, again, the balance of your energy as well, especially if
Right.
you're stressed out after one day. You can feel your scalp is very tight,
Yeah.
but just, warm your hands and hug your hair like that. Give love to your hair, and you will see your hair will be more happy. I just need to massage the scalp like that. Just you won't hug your, it's something very important. So the scalp you need to treat well. And also pulling the hair sometimes is also good, just to create the static, to remove the bad energy. So yeah.
Right. And it's very safe to say that the happier your hair is, the happier you will be.
Exactly.
We have our ego and our pride in our hair, don't we?
Definitely, yes.
Yes, thank you. But tell me, what about the role of general exercise, overall exercise? Is it important for hair health?
Of course,
cardio or other exercise?
Yes, it's very important, because you stimulate, once again, your cardio, your blood, your circulation, your energy. So everything will be more, imbalanced. So of course, exercise is very important for our mind and for our body. It's like meditation. So
and with the increased circulation, you're making sure the nutrients, vitamins, minerals, oxygen, etc., is delivered to the scalp where it's required. So yeah, absolutely. What about sleep and hair? Is there a connection?
Sleep, of course, sleep is very important, because once again, hair is the first part of our body. Once again, you can see if you are stressed out, if you don't sleep properly, you can see your hair start to be dull, not shiny. It's difficult to manage that. So it's because the hair is the first part of, once again, that you will see if you are in a good condition or not. So yeah, sleeping is very important. At least they said 6-8 hours, but if you can sleep 7, is good. But sleeping is very important.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Kavi, Mala, Kiara. Hi, guys. Seeing you come
Hello.
in. And thank you for all your love and your joy out there. Rita, Diana, Ali. Hi, everyone. Okay. Thank you for that. Hormones really dictate a whole lot, actually, everything about the body. And we don't know too much about it or study it too much. And I believe it has a very large correlation with hair health as well.
Yes.
So, what is the story on hormones and hair?
Well, basically, hormones are very important for us, once again, for the hair, for our body. Hormones can be, change of hormones can be thyroid, because sometimes we don't know what's going on in our hair, especially if your hair has become very frizzy. That can be hormonal change in your body. So thyroid is very important to check, and always, once again, like I said before, hairdresser, unfortunately, you need to check a proper doctor or a trichologist, or so sometimes it's not our expertise, but I like to know about that because I like to know what's going on in the hair. But yeah, once again, hormones you need to check properly, because sometimes it's not external, but it's internal things happen in our hair.
Right. Thank you for that. And do you have any home hacks, anything that we can do with anything from the kitchen or anything from the house that might actually help the hair or give it a boost or the texture or the shininess or the scalp or anything at all? Because we're all sitting at home with
Yeah.
not much else access.
So once again, yeah, you can also use, I'm Italian, so in Italy also we use a lot of olive oil as well for our hair. But of course, in India, coconut oil is fantastic. Almond oil is good. So always you can use like a pre-treatments or after treatments. Like you can before you shampoo your hair. If you want to give nourishing to your hair, hydration to your hair, you can apply on the scalp. But once again, very little of quantity. So before shampoos, you can apply on the scalp, on the hair, if it's very dry. If it's oily, just on the hair. Then if you want to create some after the shampoos and you feel your hair is a bit, a little bit more, there is no volume because you don't cut your hair since 8 months, you can also apply some powder that will give you a lot of body. So after the shampoo, you can apply some powder like a baby powder. You can apply on your hair, on the scalp of your hair, and that will create volume if you want to have some volume. Because yeah, so other stuff, if for example, if your hair become very not shine, just warm up your hands, you go through into your hair, that will create shine. Because when we warm up our hands, we'll create a natural oil we have in our palm. So that also will remove the frizziness, will give you more shine, and your hair will be, more with the volume.
Super.
And the most important is do not over blow dry your hair. Less is more. You can just dry upside down just to go against the gravity. Especially if you want to give volume to your hair, the speed of your hair dryer should be low because you will create more volume into your roots. So
yeah,
and
thank you. That's a lot. We're going to make a careful note of.
And another more important point, if you have a curly hair, do not brush your hair, because if you brush your hair become frizzy. You can't brush your hair. Yeah.
Thank you. My daughter has the most beautiful curly hair, the tightest, most gorgeous of curls. And she keeps brushing it, and I keep telling her not to, and she doesn't. Oh my God, they're just heart-stopping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Hi to so many others of you. I'm seeing Arkin, I'm seeing Yogi, I'm seeing Milan, Nisar, Shabana, Nisa, Ashish, Adil, Sid, James, Vicky, Ela, Ajay, all of you guys. Thank you for joining in. So, you know what, guys? We've gotten a lot of very valuable information from Alessandro across the 7 seas right now. And I really want to tell you, please focus, invest in your hair. After all, it's the one crown that you will never take off, right? Yeah, and it's so exciting to hear about Alessandro being able to give us a virtual haircut as well. Stay safe, stay at home, and still look fantabulous. So, Alessandro, I'd like to just ask you to please tell us how people can contact you or what your social media handles are. How do they reach out to you if they want to, get in with you on this?
Yeah, basically all my information is on the social media, Instagram or Facebook. Also I have my website, which is alessandrocalvio.com. So my phone is there, my email is there, everything is everything is there. You can contact me through WhatsApp, through email, on Instagram, and then I will reply to you guys definitely. Thank you so much.
Fabulous. That sounds great, Alessandro. Thank you so much for this. It's been very, very useful. Take care, stay well, and
thank you, Navas. Thank you.
till safer times.
Thank you.
All the
Bye,
best.
India. Thank you. Grazie.
See ya. Bye.